Formula One is the second most widely viewed sports event, with popularity increasing steadily every year. However, watching it in a VR for an immersive experience is still far from possible. The gap is in the current state of the art algorithm development as well as available datasets. Current algorithms that perform 4D reconstruction for streaming data are tailored and tested for small, room-scale indoor datasets and assume very small motion. Available outdoor datasets have only egocentric views and are built for autonomous driving tasks. They focus only reconstructing the street or road well. Hence, they cannot be used in our setup where the focus is getting the car reconstructed well. Also, all reconstruction methods for these datasets need the whole video as input, not frames in a streaming fashion. We release an outdoor dataset with diverse cameras, illumination, and motion magnitudes. We find that current streaming methods fail in such settings. To this end, we develop FastFlow GS, a 4D reconstruction method that can adapt well to both outdoor and indoor scenes.
We will now briefly explain our reconstruction method. Our method FastFlow GS reconstructs multi-view frames in a streaming fashion. Once a frame arrives, we factorize it into dynamic foreground, slow-changing background, and almost static sky. We decompose it using segmentation masks. Since the sky doesn't change that frequently, we use a skybox. This allows fast iterations to converge and quick rendering because there are only 12 triangles. The background has static geometry, so we initialize it with hierarchical Gaussians because it's built for large-scale scenes. We then optimize only the spherical harmonics for shadows and lighting changes. We optimize the dynamic foreground that consists of cars or humans using the method that we'll describe next.
This panel shows cameras, image planes, floating Gaussians, and the rasterized result. 3D Gaussians and pixels have a many-to-many relationship. We compute this correspondence with a modified rasterizer. We then compute correspondences for each pixel in each view. This tells us which pixel in current frame went where in the next frame. Each view can have slightly different 2D trajectory, but they are all caused by the same underlying 3D displacement. With the new pixel position, we triangulate to find the updated 3D position. We estimate the 3D motion that best explains the observed 2D motion across all views. So in summary, we map Gaussians to pixels, track pixels across time, triangulate 2D motion, and finally update Gaussian position. But we find that a single tracker is not always reliable. 3 trackers each estimate 2D flow between the same frames. Notice the slight differences and the missed point. Where all trackers agree, we trust the correspondence. Where trackers disagree, we give a lower score to correspondence agreement heat map. Where trackers are too noisy, no consensus is reached. They get the lowest score and minimally participate in triangulation later. Each tracker triangulates its own 2D correspondences into a 3D point independently. Each tracker triangulates its own 2D correspondences into a 3D point independently. Conflicting correspondences translate directly into larger uncertainty ellipses. All 3 cameras and the 3 independent triangulations are shown before fusion begins. Estimates are fused, weighted by each tracker's uncertainty. The confident trackers dominate the fused estimate, yielding the final 3D scene flow on the Gaussians. So, in summary, we compute per tracker flow, per tracker triangulation with uncertainty, and finally the fused 3D scene flow. This is then used to update the Gaussian position using a Kalman-style update.